welcome along and welcome back to Spruce Mountain Farms. We are down at the shop because we are going to be starting off the harvest of our maize today. So let's go and have a quick look in here. We are not quite fully grown on it. It is on its final stage of growth, but this is exactly when we want to be harvesting this. And we are... we want to harvest it green. We discovered this last year, and we are going to go and get ourselves a pretty powerful forage harvester to go and do this. Now, the first thing I want is the header, and as discussed way back, we want to get one with the largest header we can. So we're going to get one with the 390 plus. The required horsepower on this 390 plus is 750, so we need to get at least that in our harvester. So let's go for this, and we want to lease this header. 6,120 for the lease of that header, and then we want a support wheel for it as well. John Deere, and which one did we get? We got the 390 plus. So John Deere, we want the 390 plus, so let's lease that as well. A lot less expensive, that is. And then the harvester I want is this one. We're going to get the 8,000 series. It's 150,000 cheaper than the 9,000 series from the start. In fact, I think it is the cheapest forage harvester that's available to us. I'm going to put the 8700i on it because that gives us more horsepower than we need, or by about 16 horsepower. And the wheel setup I'm going to go for, I actually want to put some tracks on it. So we're going to go with track setup, attacher type. We're just going to go standard. We are going to put GPS on it in case we want to use it ourselves at some point. And then main color we're going to lease. And then license plates, we need to go and pick somebody from the patrons. Congratulations to the J-Man. You have been selected at random for your name to be on the number plates. So, okay. And you can see you're on the front and the back there like that. That is the configuration we want. The only thing I'm considering changing actually is putting a long pipe on it. Then we'll put the long pipe on it because we're going to try something with the trailer. So, yeah, 418,000 to lease that, 21,343. Now, as I can't change anything, we're just going to double check this. So we've got 766 horsepower. To give us an excess is going to be another 12,000 on top. I'm going to go maximum just because I want to make sure we've got the amount that we need. And yeah, we've got GPS on it. We've got tracks on it. We've got Michelin tires. We've got long pipe. The main color. I mean, everything's good. Right. Yes. We've leased that. We're down to 25,785, which is actually enough money for us to hire a cotton harvester if we want. So as long as we keep the money flowing in, we should have enough money not only to keep this and have this going round, but also to get our cotton harvester. So that's really good news. And this should now make our maize harvest this year a lot faster. And when we are expecting to zoom through things because we have such a big harvester setup on here. One thing we do have, and I think we're going to use, and I've held onto it because of this, is the truck. We've got the truck on our on everything at the farm, sitting in the shed. So we are going to be using that. Whoa, lift that up. Yep. We've got the support wheel. We want to keep that off the ground. Perfect. So, yeah, we've got that up at the farm raring to go. So we should have to tip less often because we've got the nice big truck we can use. And just like that, we're back to the farm. My hope this year is that we're going to be able to clear all of this out get all of this maize cut and done and in and fermenting before the cotton is ready, because I would really like to be able to do the cotton harvesting myself. We've had to run it with the course play for the last 2 years, and yeah, I just really like to do the cotton harvesting myself for once. Right, we'll leave the support wheel here so that it's out of the way. We'll turn our trouble lights, our warning lights off, and we'll head out. And I think we'll start with field 6. It's the nearest field to us. So let's fold out our pipe like so. Let's fold out the front as well. Oh, I think we need to get some wires or some hoses connected up to get that to unload. Let's do that. Yeah, there we go. And open that up. Right. And yeah, look at the width on that. That is, I think that's double the width of anything we had before. So that is going to make a big difference. And before we can set up the course play on this, we need to go and grab our unloading equipment. And this year, that is gonna be this. So I've kept the Mack truck and the silage boss trailer about. A few people suggested this would be the perfect piece of equipment to use to do this job this year. So I've kept this. We're gonna run with this. I did think that this kind of makes our trailer redundant. I still have got our trailer. Oh, wow. Yeah, this needs to come straight out of here. Stored in this shed. I think we might have to put a new road in. Just something that allows me to drive straight forward like this. Because we do have to go straight across the grass with this to get it out. But this, yeah, this kind of negates the need for the trailer that we've got on the farm. If this works... And I think that I see no reason why it shouldn't. Right, and bring us around. Yep. And I want to place this here because I want to get into the field and start unloading. So start up the front, start up the back. Right, and then down and in. And it's targeting the trailer perfectly. Right, there we go. That's into the field. So, generate course. We want a course for field 6. Number of headlands, I'm going to go with 2 on this. Headlands first, sharp in the corners, and up and down, we want to go manual because this field is a little bit at an angle, and I want the up and down rows to be... Actually, at 0. 0 is perfect. Right, let's generate that field course. There we go. Round the edges and starting in this corner. And we're all good. So out of here. And it's going along that way. I've done it the wrong direction. So let's just regenerate this quickly. Yeah, so my mistake... is that I've gone clockwise. I want to go counterclockwise because I want to go straight down the field rather than across. So generate that. There we go. That is slightly different now, but it should be going in the right direction. Nearest first waypoint we want to go with, and set it to the blue so we can see where it's actually targeting, and away it goes. Perfect. And we want to be in our truck, getting this loaded up and going. And yeah, this should mean we can go for a fair while before we have to empty. But the other advantage of using this Mack truck and trailer with this is that this very large header isn't going to fill it really quickly, which is the thing that was worrying me about having the other trailer. I'm quite glad, actually, that I put the long pipe on this harvester. the lack of maneuverability of the truck and trailer because of its size would be a real problem if I didn't have that there. If we didn't have that extra reach, I think it would be a very, very big issue. As it is, we seem to be doing all right. I'm a little bit worried about when we come to the forestry bits in a moment, and going down the side of the trees there. We're gonna have to get this tucked in behind the harvester, I think, for this, and as a result it's gonna be quite a tough way to do it, especially with maneuvering up the top corner. Thankfully, as you saw there, it does cut in and allow us a little bit more maneuvering space, so that's good. We are already 60% full on this though, which is amazing. We would have been in a so much worse position if we were using the trailer now. We would have had to have emptied the trailer by this point, and we wouldn't be on the field, and as a result it would make everything take longer. So we want to keep this going and have everything moving as much as possible, and this is definitely allowing us to do that. Having the extra space to maneuver and to fill means that we're able to spend more time on the field, and as we're able to spend more time on the field, we're going to get the whole job done quicker. Whereas we're getting fairly full on here, it's having trouble. The harvester is having trouble reaching the very back, even with this long reach it's got. It's having so much trouble getting to the back of the trailer. I'm gonna have to try, I think, and get round the other side of the tree here and see if we can't find a way. Yeah, there we go. Right up to the back of the trailer for the last couple of 1,000 liters for it to fill. It's a long reach, but it still isn't quite enough to fully get this trailer all the time, which is amazing. I mean, that is the thing that I feared. As I said, I fear on here is, can this reach the back of this trailer? Thankfully it can, and it's trying, but we are at 100%, so nicely right next to the road we're able to go and empty this, although it's going to be fun maneuvering to get that going again. First place we're going to fill up is our fermenting silo. I want to come in and round this way here so that we can position ourselves well. So bring this around in here, and we'll tip this here. Yeah, I think holding on to this Mack truck was a very good idea. It is definitely allowing us to be more efficient in this year's harvest, which is the thing that we learned after last year. After it taking so long to get everything done last year, we really needed something like this to get it done this year, and we have. It's definitely working a lot better than I had feared might happen. We'll come round and through the trees or through the back in order to pick the harvester up again. Otherwise, I'm going to be in completely the wrong position for this. But I'm very pleased. This is working as I'd hoped. We're going to be getting through this harvest a lot quicker this year, which is good because we have an awful lot more maize to handle this year. Grabbing the extra horsepower on that harvester was definitely the way to go. It is just eating through that maize, and I'm very happy about how well it's working. I have noticed we are going up in the money all the time at the moment. This is because, of course, our BGA is working. It's got a fairly full setup. I am going to have to go and refill it at the end of the day with some of the stuff that we've got sitting in the second silage clamp. We do still need to empty that second silage clamp because we're going to need them this year. Although, I think all of this might fit in a single silage clamp. we may be all right from that point of view. Lots of people thinking that, yeah, maybe we should have a, should put the silage clamps next to the BGA. And I agree. I think that would be a really good place to put them. The trouble we've got at the moment is we do not have the money to do it. Maybe after this year's harvest we might, but I want to see how much we're able to pay off. If we can buy this harvester and the cotton harvester this year, that would be absolutely perfect. That would be the farm fully set up. So yeah, I want to see if we can do that instead. And if we're fully set up, that would be perfect. There we go, 100% full though. As it just sort of drove forward and finished things off. So really happy about that. We need to pop out this corner of the field again though and go and get this tipped. Now originally I did say I wanted to see if I could do a harvesting contract and get the straw from that to do our farms, but harvesting, we've only got 2 sorghum contracts, 2 potato contracts, no, 3 of each in fact, 3 potatoes, 3 sorghum, none of which would produce us any straw. So that is why we haven't gone on the harvest today. There's just nothing to harvest. Instead, well, there is something to harvest, our own maize. Now that we're refilling the storage, the small stave silo again, we want to start creating some chaff silage from that. So activate it. We're already a third full on that, which is just crazy. It will make some more space getting that active and probably allow us to put an extra trailer's worth in. But this is why we have the 2 ground-based silage clamps as well. Those are there because when our stave silo overflows, we need somewhere to put all the excess, and it looks like just this field is gonna fill that silo. Something a little odd seems to be happening with the course play. It's got quite a big overlap on this run here, but it's missed a little bit on the outside. So I think that's to do with the calculation and how many rows it thinks it's got. I think it's done the sort of less wide road or less wide row at this side of the field instead of the other side. So I'm hoping it's not going to continue to mess up. We're definitely going to need to come back though and fix this issue that we've got along this side here. Get those done, and also at the headland at the other end. It seems to have left a small patch there too. So a little bit of clearing up to do because course play, as always, isn't perfect. But otherwise, I'm quite happy. 3 loads down and we're still going strong. Which makes me wonder what our yield map is looking like. And actually, better. So the green around the outside, that is this year's harvest. Whereas the yellow in the middle, that's the previous year's. Definitely getting a better harvest off of the maize here this year than we got off the cotton last year. So very, very happy with that. Okay, something is definitely off. Look at that. It's just left a massive strip. So I need to work out what is going wrong with our harvester. We can't have it continue like that. Now that is a horizontal offset and quite a big one, but there doesn't seem to be anything in there that's giving him back. That's just really, really weird. Working width is 9 meters. Tool offset is 0. Why is it so far off the course then? It's got no offset there. This is a 9 meter piece of kit, so that's right. And if I do that, it still sits that far off the course. That is really weird. Let's set it so that it does have a 2.5 meter offset. Wow, that wants to turn the other way. So let's take the offset back the other way and see if we can get this to do it that way. Alternatively, what I'm just going to do is set it going on a hired worker, which at this point might be the wiser way to go. Right, let's see if that does anything. We'll bring our Mack truck up. And 2.5 meter offset has us back on course. I have no idea though if that's not going to completely mess up the next row though. Yep, that has completely messed up the next row as well. So I'm going to stop this. Again, that's offset now in the wrong direction. We'll see if the regular hired worker has this problem too. But that is just really, really weird. I've not had that much problem with courseplay before on something like this. So we'll clear the course. We will revert the offset. Nope. Revert the offset to 0. Just in case courseplay ends up interfering with things. And then start that up. And hopefully, start you up and lower down. Bring this into here. Hire a worker. And then see if it actually behaves itself going this way. Yep, whatever's going on with courseplay, the hired worker, the standard hired worker does not seem to have the same issue. So that is very good news. We should be able to just crack on with the rest of this field. We'll have to take that into account though when we come to the other fields. We want to get the headlands done using courseplay, and then we want to get the actual fields done just using the hired worker by the looks of it. It's a little bit odd, and we're gonna have some cleaning up to do on here, but we'll save ourselves a big headache in the long run if we do it that way. I think with this load we're getting fairly close to being the last one that can go into the silo. We are looking at getting this field cleared today, which is good news, but I'm going to have to move my conveyor belts out of the way. I think they are all still sitting in our backup silage clamp, the first one. So we'll just bring this around here and get this unloading. We'll see where we are at the end of time when this is unloaded. In the meantime, I just want to pop across here. And yeah, so we'll just jump in this and get these out the way over this one. I'm not sure it's worth having these anymore. Oh, wow, they're getting... That's got stuck. Right, and yeah, I'm not sure it's worth having these anymore. We need to pick up actually some grain off the floor in the main barn, so we've got to use for them there, but we are just using the bucket to pick this up and get all this done. So yeah, it's not massively useful to have these kicking around. We're just using the John Deere and the bucket and getting it picked up and loaded into the BGA to try and keep the BGA full and running. There we go. And so where do we stand with this? Oh, we could stick a little bit more in. We got a little bit more space, but it won't be a full load that goes in there. So after that, we'll have to start filling up the silage clamps. I love how filling this on different sides of the harvester results on the piles being on different sides of the trailer. It's just such a really nice touch that makes so much sense and looks so much more realistic. It's absolutely brilliant. We are coming up to another load. I think we got one more load off this field, and then that is going to be it for today. We'll just let that top up. Yep. So I think we'll be able to go down and back and reload and maybe even clear up the messy bits that we got left over from where courseplay went wrong. And then that will be our first field of maize knocked out, which is what we really needed to get done. We are getting ahead this year and it feels so good. We have run out of space though in the stave silo now. So just gonna back this up to here and try and spread this out as best I can. So nice even pull forwards, get that into there. And so yeah, we are now starting to load up our silage clamps as well. Nearing the end of the final row and we are up to 73%. So I think we're going to fit in the rogue bits as well here, which is good news. I was hoping that it wasn't going to be a case of having to come back and re-pick those up or pick those up once we had finished the field. So with our hired worker having finished here, let's start up the engine and head over here, get this rogue row here, and then we got the rogue row at the end, and then we got the two end bits that it missed as well. Not a huge amount, but every little bit counts. And you can see the sun is setting now because the lights have come on the harvester. And we got the last couple of little bits just to finish off. So turn on our header, turn on the main harvester, lower it down, and we should be able to just run along here. And because we got the long pipe, I think the long pipe will reach the whole way to the back. Maybe, yeah, there we go. So that is all done. Turn everything off, fold that up, put the pipe away, and then we're ready to hit field 5A next time, which is not very big, so I'm expecting to knock that out fairly quickly. But we have a vast improvement on the yield on this field, so all harvested, and yeah, look at that. We now have a decent set of green. How much have we got? We got 100. Yeah, we got 100%, 95 to 100% across most of the field, which is great considering that the soil type on here is mostly silty clay. It's not a great set of fields we have on this farm. So yeah, that is really, really good. I'm going to go and tip that trailer full of chaff into our silage clamp. But for now, I'm going to leave this here. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.